forum, for example, where we do not, in fact, allow political discussion, regardless of which side you personally lean towards.
Yeah.
And we also said that Blizzard should not have had any consequences for the participants because we didn't feel like anyone had been appropriately warned, something that I had wanted to discuss afterward.
Okay, so they were appropriately warned.
How appropriately?
They knew something was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's different.
Allegedly.
If I speed against a highway sign, I know that my ticket is going to be 157 Canadian dollars with 3 points against my license.
That's really specific. Did you recently get a ticket?
No, I just approximated. I gave an exact. The point I was trying to make, giving an exact number, is that if I read the Motor Vehicle Act, I know exactly what the consequences are going to be. Now, obviously, there's some nuance there. There's some interpretation there. If I was speeding against a highway sign while there was literally a school bus full of children trying to cross the road, and I don't, yield to them.
For some reason.
Well, then I'm also probably going to get hit with reckless driving, endangerment, blah blah blah. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So no, it's not as cut and dried as, here's the offense, and here's the exact consequence. But Blizzard doesn't have a Motor Vehicle Act, and so they clearly didn't lay out, okay, well, if you deviate from the talking points, yes, it was a great match. Yeah, a lot of respect for my opponent. They played hard. This is an honor. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Bye. If they don't have a menu of consequences, then you can't run around basically destroying people's livelihoods. That's maybe a part that you guys also missed on the stream. Those of us who were like, yeah, you guys are like super pro China, pro Blizzard. We were talking about how destructive this was to not just the streamer, but also the casters that were involved in this heavy-handed punishment.
And trying to suggest ways that you can support them in the meantime while they're banned, because Blizzard reduced the ban from 12 months to 6 months, but that could potentially ruin someone's career.
Okay, Enrico makes a very stupid point. You're treating critics of China like any other much shallower critics of like sports, I don't know. Comes off as insensitive and pro-China. No, we're not.
Again, we're not necessarily the greatest political commentators out there.
I don't know how to explain it to you any more clearly, unfortunately.
We said standing on the side of Hong Kong is the right side to stand on. I don't remember exactly how it was worded.
Which critics of China did we treat as what?
We also actually haven't commented at all about critics of China.
Nope.
You did.
How? When?
One of the tweets earlier.
One of the tweets earlier? Oh, but that's because it was an incorrect translation.
Yeah.
And we showed the correct translation, which is still, as was stated, horrible.
Yes.
But it's not, it was an incorrect, we should be mad about the right thing. That was what I was saying.
Are we sure it was an incorrect translation?
We're fairly sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I have someone that I know that speaks Chinese that read it and translated it, and their translation was extremely similar to a translation that was posted by a random user in the Twitter thread.
Yeah.
So we're like pretty sure that one was more accurate. It's still like bad.
And we said that.
Yeah. It's just different, and I would rather people were angry about the right thing.
Yeah. So
because that makes your argument more irrefutable. It makes it stronger. It's a good thing. You want to be angry about the right thing. This will help you. I'm trying to help you.
All right. So there you go, guys. Hope that was fun. In summary, Blizzard did the wrong thing.
Lawful evil, like we said.
Lawful evil, like we said. Were they within their rights? Yes.
Not their social
rights.
Rights.
I didn't say responsibilities, I said rights.
Yes.
They were within their rights.
It is within the letter of the law.
Did they do the responsible thing? No. Have they backtracked? Yes. Have they backtracked enough? That was coming.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are we pro-China? No.
I don't know why you thought that.
I don't know where that idea comes from.
We talked before the stream, like, all right, I don't know if going over there is going to be.
Honestly, I haven't considered getting on a plane to China ever since Canada detained. What's her name? Heng Mei something, I think.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, Huawei's CFO, the daughter of the founder or whatever. Yeah. I'm sitting here going like, China's whole reaction to that was completely disproportionate and inappropriate because within the letter of the law, not just like within the letter of the law, like there were some pretty clear and obvious reasons for her to be detained. And she clearly knew it because otherwise why would she have gone through Vancouver for her connecting flight? Anywho, ever since then, like it's been, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever said anything particularly defending China.
I don't think so.
Anyway, people will interpret whatever they want, and there's nothing I can really do about that. So then, why don't we move on? Oh, good. Our next topic.
What a mess.
Apple removes the Hong Kong Protest app.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about
Oh,
that.
but, well, we promised we were going to talk about it, so here we are. Just a day after Chinese state media criticized Apple for allowing HK Map in its App Store, and a week after Apple flip-flopped on its initial decision to delist the app, the crowdsourced Map app has been removed, again sparking concerns that Apple is pandering to China's political regime. The app shares information on the location of pro-democracy protests and police activity in Hong Kong. Opponents of the app say that it enables rioters to commit violent acts, while supporters of the app say it helps people avoid police brutality. HK Map's creators say there's no evidence that the app has been used to target police or threaten public safety. They added that apps such as Waze, which use crowdsourced information to help users find where police are hanging around, are also still permitted on the App Store. In an internal letter, Tim Cook explained, oh, depends how badly this goes. Tim Cook
I didn't expect that. That was pretty
explained Apple's reasons for pulling the app. It is no secret that technology can be used for good or for ill. This case is no different. Apple based its decision on credible information from both Hong Kong police and Apple users in Hong Kong that the app was used maliciously to target individual officers for violence and victimize individuals and property where no police are present. This use put the app in violation of Hong Kong law. Similarly, widespread abuse clearly violates our App Store guidelines, barring personal harm. Apple made the decision a day after a Chinese state newspaper wrote a commentary criticizing the company for approving the app. In this case, we thoroughly reviewed them, and we believe this decision best protects our users. HK Map is still available on desktop.
Not that it's the same scale,
Yes.
but there was news that came out
Yeah.
around when Pokemon Go first launched. Because people were using the Pokemon Go stops as mugging locations.
Yeah.
Because they knew people with
Would be
phones and probably battery banks and potentially other
Hanging around there and
stuff.
probably not paying too close attention.
And you could
Busy chasing Pikachus.
mug them or swipe their phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was in the news, I believe, a fair number of times.
Yeah, so
I think this
where was the
wasn't-
ban for Pokemon Go?
It was used for, they say, where's their official statement on it? If it's used to whatever.
Yeah, protects our users, something, barring personal harm.
Yeah. So, it's just,
So there's a clear double standard here, is
Yeah.
basically what's going on. And actually, this is a fair bit more cut and dried than the Blizzard case, quite
Yeah.
honestly. Because with Blizzard, they can make the argument. Now, Blizzard did a very poor job. If their actual intent was to keep political discussion out of their sporting event, which, okay, I can at least understand and sympathize with, they did an extremely poor job of seeming unbiased about it. Really bad, like the worst. I can't think of a worse way that they could have handled it. But if that was their intent, and they had done something, say for example, like warning everyone involved, making sure that the entire community knows, look, this isn't going to be tolerated no matter what side of the fence you stand on. If you're a pro-China winner of the next Hearthstone tournament, don't you dare say anything responding to what happened here, because you will be banned. If that had been their stance, I just said, okay, fair enough. It's your platform. Those people can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Well, they're on some other platform, be it Twitter or Twitch or whatever. No, actually, I don't know. Does Twitch have any guidelines
I have
with respect to
no
political
idea,
discussion?
but it's not Blizzard's
But
concern.
it's not Blizzard's concern because it's someone else's freaking platform.
Yeah.
Here, this I don't necessarily agree with Mr. Cook's terminology here.
Yeah.
Clearly violates our App Store guidelines. Your App Store guidelines, quite honestly, suck.
I'm sure, yeah, it's way too vague, because I'm sure, like, Tinder has been used
You think?
for horrible things.
Of course,
And I'm
obviously.
sure all of the related apps, sorry Tinder, but you're the most well-known one that I know of, with similar things. There's plenty of them. I'm sure they've been used maliciously. Lots of apps have been used maliciously to whatever their definition was terrible. So like they need to be more specific about that if they want to try to enforce this.
Our chat wasn't working.
To the scale at which they were enforcing it, at least.
Blizzard banned someone who was idolized and had reach in China. Others in the tournament in the USA had spoken out with no reaction. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just checking to me. It's the stream health says red, so I was just refreshing the page to get things working. I have to take this with me?
Keep it in your bag.
Oh. Wow, the airport is gonna love this.
Yeah, really. You should almost attach something random to it.
Yeah, I am going to get extra screening because of this. You know this, right? Whatever.
I wasn't the one.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take it. Just
put it in your carry-on. Or your check.
Yeah. You know they X-ray those too, right? Yeah, I'm totally getting questioned. It's a camera handle, okay? It's a camera handle.
Yeah.
So, in summary, Google apparently, and just in case you were, hoping that our other benevolent mobile device overlord was standing up for freedom of speech, Google has also removed a pro-Hong Kong Protestor app game called The Revolution of Our Times from the Play Store due to a policy that bans capitalizing on sensitive events such as attempting to make money from serious ongoing conflicts or tragedies through a game. Okay,
that's pretty specific.
Actually, no, that kind of makes sense to me. Never mind. Whereas the one on the App Store is clearly designed for people to coordinate their efforts in order to accomplish something. Yeah, all right. Well, way to go, Apple. But hey, at least your headquarters is 100% renewable energy, right?
In lighter news, let's just jump to the Steam one, because it's just warmer. It's just better. Things are greater there. I'm just going to talk about it because he's reading chat. Steam to make local multiplayer games work online. Steam has announced a surprise new feature coming as soon as October 21st. That's awesome. Remote play together. This feature will transform any local multiplayer video game into an online one by having the primary player stream their game to up to 3 other friends, meaning that the other players won't have to buy a copy to join in.
Okay, can I explain why I was mad about this when I read the headline?
I was wondering. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just letting you read.
I was mad because I interpreted it transforming any local multiplayer video game into an online one as a way of adding fresh layers of DRM to the local multiplayer features of games that are available on Steam. My bad.
Okay.
That's not what this is.
Yeah.
This is super cool. This is basically like
This is-
Kali,
this-
but like 2019 edition.
This stream, we have to be super careful.
Yeah.
about redefining stances over and over again. So,
But don't interpret this as being pro-Valve,
yes.
because as
yes.
far as we can tell, they're kind of buttheads.
And we speak out against them all the time. Okay.
But this is a cool feature. I don't know what to do anymore. Go to lttstore.com, drink water, it's good for you. We have new water bottle colors.
Don't drink so much that you drown. That's not what we're saying.
We have white and black, and we have gold and black. Woo! The
But
gold and black
drinking-
has the stealth lettering, and the white one has the black lettering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Drinking water is good.
All right, so the host computer basically renders the game while also shouldering 2 other burdens. So it has to stream the game to the other participants, and it has to juggle all the incoming buttons and commands from the other players. So this is going to be a whole new level of host advantage.
Yes. Wow.
The feature will support a 1080p video signal sent to the other players at 60 frames a second, and all players must have at least a 10 megabit per second connection for a successful low latency game.
I wonder how many games are going to stop including local multiplayer because of this. If
What
any.
games include local
Some
multiplayer
might.
anymore?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Like pretty much nothing.
Some random mini games.
So I was firing up the menu in Supreme Commander, which I was playing the other day.
Yes.
And I was like, oh right, local multiplayer, because I like saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, that. So fun fact, we're doing part 2 of our high refresh rate monitor latency exploration.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I've announced this yet. Featuring Shroud.
I don't know if, I don't
Woo!
Yeah!
So I'm going down to LA.
So many people named him after that video.
yeah, I know.
Including myself.
So-
Like, so many people.
We worked with NVIDIA. We made it happen.
Nice.
So it's going to be pretty freaking cool. We are dramatically expanding the scope of the what's up. The what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Your bag.
In my bag.
I'm trying to
The grip.
You're going somewhere.
Oh yeah, right. That's why I was upset about putting this in my bag. I'm going to be traveling. So
No, but like related.
yeah. For that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm doing other stuff down there too. I'm
I just
gone for
didn't
like a
know
week.
if you want. Oh wow.
Yeah. That's only a 1-day shoot.
Okay. Are
Anyway.
you on next week's WAN show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, so we're working with Shroud. It's going to be freaking awesome. I forget what the point of any of this was. What was I talking about?
Local multiplayer. Supreme Commander. Supreme Commander made you think of it.
Why
I don't know.
Why am I talking about Shroud? There's a reason.
NVIDIA.
Guys, help me out here.
Steam.
Yeah, no.
Games not including local multiplayer potentially in the
Games not
future.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
So, one of the tests uses an Overwatch map that's like a flick shot test.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got 0.45 seconds to hit a target. What's up? What?
Just don't talk about the whole thing.
I'm going to talk about this.
There's
okay.
a lot of feedback.
So one of the tests
stream.
is an Overwatch custom map that is like a flick shot test.
Okay.
And one of the things that we discovered is that if you're on a Wi-Fi connection, it don't work too well because you can't just like load up a custom map like locally and just play on a custom map. Like you're still connected through a server. So there you go. I thought that was fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the StarCraft community wanted. Was it StarCraft community? I think so. Wanted LAN support for a long time, because like at tournaments, like they'd lose connection to the Blizzard servers mid-game, and it was like,
Okay.
what do we do now?
Thanks.
Didn't need that.
Do you feel like LAN
was
parties are ultimately going to have to become retro game fests? Because
They
there
sort
is,
of already are.
There's literally no point in all being in the same room. I mean, other than the camaraderie. Hey, you gotcha, you loser. That kind of stuff. Other than that,
So there's some stuff
in
I
terms
think
of game quality.
like a game called Squad.
Yeah.
Was a game that I really wanted to play with a bunch of my friends. We never ended up doing it, but a bunch of my friends in the LMG lounge, because the communication and stuff that has to go on in that game is really fun to do kind of live and in person. But yeah, most LANs that I'm a part of turn into slugfests of old games, which I'm completely okay with personally.
Yep, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Hand Clock says, yep, LAN for SC2, still non-existent.
Yeah, okay, so what was that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the cold hard truth is it's because it's hard to DRM it. That's all there is to it, because if you can play on a LAN, then you can get a cracked EXE
On.
of an older patch version of the game that doesn't have it fixed yet, and you can LAN it up. I mean, that's how we used to do it.
No, totally not.
Excuse me. Wow. Well, this is awkward.
Unlawful good.
Unlawful good. I don't know. That
No,
there's really
never
anything
mind.
good
Let's
about
move
it.
on. Sponsor time.
Unlawful neutral?
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. All right.
All right. So, this video
I know
and none of
unlawful is not how it goes.
none of the things you have heard in it, but whatever. Don't worry about it. This video is brought to you by MOS. The MOS Black Pack is the organizer to keep you protected and, well, organized. Wait, what? MOS Organizer? What even are these talking points? Don't worry about it. This is a great backpack. I actually use...
Can I show you one of my favorite part? I do this
Yeah.
every time.
I use one of their older ones. I absolutely love it. Some of the features are sort of irrelevant, like the expanding feature. I don't care about that. But they have a great distribution of pockets. It's held up extremely well. It's comfortable.
Look how easy it is to see the water bottle.
The build quality of it is great.
Because it's all orange inside.
Includes a 5-year warranty. I don't know what else to tell you guys about it other than that you can use offer code Linus Tech to get 15% off MOS products at mosorganizer.com. Ooh, and big news for Canadian shoppers. They just opened up their Amazon store at lmg.gg/MOS Canada, MOS Canada. And the code works there as well. So enjoy, guys. Freaking awesome bag. And they've got a bunch of other cool stuff too. I really like their magnetic cable organizer. So it's just a little like sticky magnetic thing that if you have a cable that you only use sometimes, you throw it on there so that it won't be like flying all over the place or fall off your desk. And then you can just grab it and use it like something like a phone charging cable or a mouse charging cable. Also, Honey. Honey is the free shopping tool that finds the best promo codes wherever you shop online at specific sites. They have some other really cool features too. So we were using Honey just to make a video totally unrelated to a Honey sponsorship the other day where so here's one of the challenges. When you do a cheap products roundup, like you do, keyboards for less than $20, it's pretty straightforward to find all the keyboards that cost less than $20. But especially as you get up into mid-range where things cost like $50, $75, there's this gray area between products that are not discounted right now and cost $50 when normally they're like $30, and products that cost $100 but are on super mega promo down to $69.99 right now.
And are sometimes permanently on that promo.
Right? So you can end up with a really lopsided comparison by trying to look at a price band like that. So we used Honey's price history feature, and we designed our criteria to be that at some point in the last couple of months, it had to hit that price at least 3 times.
Okay, cool.
Because Honey also has price watching features. So if you were to use Honey, then if you're willing to be a little bit patient, and what we say is, okay, it has to hit that price sometimes, then you'll get a notification. Boom! You go ahead and buy it.
I didn't actually know that. That's actually really cool.
So it was
Honey.
Yeah, it was a great way for us to take some of that guesswork out of like, well, is this discounted or is this artificially inflated right now? And find a really good mix of products that was like a fair $50 to $75 keyboard roundup.
Yeah.
So I've said a lot about how great Honey is. It works at tons of stores, and you can get it for free at joinhoney.com/Linus. Also, private internet access. PIA supports a variety of VPN protocols. Actually, on the subject of China, since we love talking about it so much today, I got a really great note from one of our other sponsors, who I'm not going to name, but they're over in China for business, which is a great reason to not name them right now.
Yeah.
They're over in China for business right now, and I got a Twitter DM that was like, "Yo, thanks for the tip on PIA. They're the only one that's working for me over there right now." To be clear, PIA doesn't always work over there. I've been over there at times and it was intermittent or didn't work, but right now they're working. I mean, it's always an arms race, right? Trying to get past the Great Firewall of China. Anyway, they've got a lot of other features that are separate from that, but it was just like one of those little moments like, hey, thanks for endorsing these guys because this is working out great. Their apps are available for Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linux, and Google Chrome. They have over 3,000 bare metal servers in 44 locations across 28 countries. You can connect up to 5 devices at once with a single account. And you can check it out today at lmg.gg/PIA WAN. If you're into that sort of thing, they don't block torrenting, so there you go. Now you know. All right.
They would be the one sponsor on today's show that does support the messaging in this episode.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, PIA is going to be like, oh yeah, no, this show seems fine. I'm glad that we're associated with it. I mean, I actually don't know anything about MOS or Honey's standpoints, and you know what? I shouldn't. I think that's the biggest point that Luke was trying to make.
Yes.
That really got glossed over in the earlier parts of the show today.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this Stadia thing.
Okay.
Can we do one more topic?
Yes.
Stadia thing?
But
okay. I know, we need to go. Okay. This is great. This was posted by WKD Paul on the forum. And if you guys aren't familiar with Stadia,
I'm out.
It's basically, what was that stupid thing that was the first one that didn't work? Now I forget. Dang it.
The
first one.
The NVIDIA one?
No, before that. The first game streaming thing. It was that ARM-based one. Dang it. Cloud gaming.
I don't think anyone cared though.
I know, but I'm trying to cloud gaming first one. Who's first one? Shut up. This is be nice to me. Had a rough week.
I just love that. Google.
On live.
Oh, you found it actually. Okay.
Hey, my Google foo is strong.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. To be fair, it just came up with Wikipedia. Google was like, I don't know, take this.
Look, was it the second hit or not?
It was, but that's
All
because
right.
of cloud gaming, not first one.
Whatever. You know what? Control F first. Is it in here? There you go. Boom, first. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, one didn't help me out much. So on live. Basically, the idea is that you've got this this lightweight, inexpensive box, and then you've got a server somewhere that actually renders the game, and your commands are sent over the internet, and then the actual rendered game frames are sent over the internet to that box that decodes them. It's an H.264, or ideally H.265, or something more sophisticated video stream that goes on your screen. So you don't actually have to buy a console or gaming PC in order to have a high-fidelity gaming experience, and what you give up for that is that you don't actually own your hardware or your games, and you have to pay a monthly subscription. So it's gaming as a service. In a nutshell, Google Stadia is Google's entrant into what is becoming rapidly a very crowded field. And in order to make their platform lower latency, because the hardcore gamers have said, look, this can never be as good as local because laws of physics, no matter, even if we're communicating at the speed of light, which we literally are if you have fiber optic internet, and it goes all the way to the server over fiber optics, literally speed of light, we're still talking like 50 milliseconds, ideally, to a server that's like not down the street from you. And that assumes that you're not going unnecessarily through a bunch of different hops, which can happen depending on congestion or outages or DDoS attacks or whatever the case may be. So this is Google's solution. I love this. AI that predicts when you're gonna do something, adding a negative latency offset to your gaming. Go.
So, there's just so many things that are so derp with this. Because the amount of time it's going to happen where it's going to interpret the wrong thing. One of the things I hated the most, the reason why I beat the little girl on stage in Mario Kart was because...
You're a monster. You're still a monster.
I didn't know the new
How
Switch
old was
version...
she? Like
very
10?
young. Very
8?
young. I didn't know the new Switch version had a training wheels feature where it would like keep you on the course. I knew it felt weird, but I was like, whatever. And then, my whole goal, it's a long story, but my whole goal was I wanted to stop before the finish line. And then the training wheels drove me over the finish line. I was trying to like force my car into the wall and leave me alone. I didn't want to. But like, that feature sucks. And I know it's not the exact same thing, but in this one, like, is it going to learn that I'm not very good at shooting people in the head? And when I try to shoot them in the head, is it going to make me shoot them in the chest? Like, what? If I go and I'm like, you know what? This time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna aim and make sure I actually aim properly.
This time I'm gonna aim!
And I go and I sweep up on my mouse pad, going for his head, and Stadia's like, nah, nope. I'm gonna keep your cursor here.
This is a great quote. This is a great quote. Ultimately, we think that in a year or two, we'll have games that are running faster and feel more responsive in the cloud than they do locally, regardless of how powerful the local machine is. So basically it's like a buffer of predicted latency inherent to Stadia players, setup or connection in which the Stadia system will run lag mitigation.
Like, could they maybe do computation for like a huge variety of possible outcomes so that they're ready if you do them?
But it wouldn't know which ones, oh, I guess it could. Okay, that would be pretty
So
cool.
maybe it's not just one.
Because if it sent you like, okay, now hold on. This would be like a new codec even.
This would be nuts. but
What if
like-
it sent you like 10 or 20 or 50 different outcomes, and then like assuming that your shot was either on target or like slightly anywhere around it, if it could then like shift certain elements of the image,
Morph.
use AI to fill in the gaps. Okay, maybe it's cool.
Is it that?
Well, no, I don't.
They didn't say that.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't know. The first interpretation that I have had of it, I hate it. If they try to like give you like a Schrodinger's cat of potential future gaming solutions. That could be pretty interesting.
All right.
Did he kill or did he not kill? Well, both options are true until proven false.
So I don't desire to continue streaming today.
No, I think we're done.
So far today, I've been pro-genocide, pro-China, pro-fascism. Yeah. So
I
all
don't
I
even
can
know
say
what
is,
else.
you know what? You do you, buddy. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye.
Oh crap!
Super
I
chats.
should probably do some super chats.
Okay.
Okay. 32 Bytes says your stream was down for 8 minutes. What happened? We actually have no
don't
idea.
know.
That'll be some post-mortem diagnosis there.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Albie says, where do y'all stand on pro-China, free Hong Kong? We stand pre-Hong Kong, free Hong Kong.
We noted that at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, we did. That happened. Not this stream, the other one.
That's true.
This is kind of the part 2 stream.
That's true.
Honta says, no one wants you to be political, just ethical. Yeah, it's amazing. But somehow that has become political, hasn't it? It's kind of amazing. And that was where the whole lawful evil discussion came in. That was again on part 1.
We
of the
really
stream.
tried to cover our bases. It just didn't work.
Gap2 Franny says, I ordered the LTT edition Noctua heatsink. One of the decals will go on the 2.5-inch quad box that you signed at LTX 2019, which I appreciate. Gold looks great on blue. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh my goodness, wow, yeah, this is just all about this. Oh man, Class 413. It's not fair to a company that you're a face for to espouse controversial topics that could cost people their livelihoods. I'm actually not sure what your position is here, and you know what? I'm okay with that.
No, I think he's specifically talking about when you were talking about people's Twitters at the company.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Blink Your Eyes 1400. I'm putting together a gaming PC. Want to know is the best Wi-Fi card for it? Ethernet
Power line.
connection. Yeah, and if not that, then power line. Power line is better than Wi-Fi. If you must have Wi-Fi, then it really is more to do with like how close you can get the antennas together and less to do with like how great your Wi-Fi card is. 225 Perfect says, reasoned and balanced commentary will never appease the zealots. I'm pro Hong Kong. I get what you're saying, and I'm sure many others do too, but the squeakiest wheel gets the grease, so to speak. Thank you. That was actually really nice to hear. Someone gets it. Alexis sends $5. Longtime listener, first time chatter, love the podcast. Here's $2.75 of my money. Alexis gets it. Ilya says, have you seen Der Bauer's video series where he examines 9900K under the electron microscope to a single transistor visible? No, I haven't. Sounds cool. Drunken Weird says it's going to be the best BlizzCon ever.
I'm going.
Are you really?
I've had a ticket for like a really long time. It's gonna be really weird.
Oh, boy.
I've been planning so far. I'll tell you what I've been planning so far. Do you know Red Shirt Guy? Do you know the history of Red Shirt Guy? There is always
familiar.
somebody goes up to the mic at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And it was the same guy for a long time, and then around Blizzard or Diablo Immortals, it was a new guy.
Yeah.
He just also happened to be wearing a red shirt, but they just say things that just dunk Blizzard every time. So I am packing specifically only red shirts. Just as like a joke, and I was already planning on doing that, and now I'm just like, whoa!
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna go anyways, but
I mean, do we start
already
like
have a ticket.
the Red Sea movement here?
and just get everyone
Sea of
at
red.
BlizzCon to wear red shirts.
Sea of Red.
Oh my god!
I don't think we have the clout to do it.
No,
But like,
we could try.
it would be amazing. I mean,
Join
our
me.
audience might. There's 10,000 people watching right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I will
if-
be at BlizzCon.
If every one of you tells 10 people, that would be 100,000 people who are at least aware of this, of the idea of showing up at BlizzCon wearing a red shirt.
Do it.
It would be hilarious.
If you show up to BlizzCon and you see me and you're not wearing a red shirt, no selfie. Or if you come up to me
Yeah.
and you see me and you're not wearing a red shirt and you're like, I can't afford to
Okay,
buy red
if
shirts.
you're gonna threaten
that's
that,
fine.
if you're gonna threaten that, you have to hold true to it.
Okay, but what do we do for the people that are like,
You carry one extra red shirt in like quadruple XL. I'll cover it.
and just put it on
Yeah,
them
yeah,
and
just
then take it off when they've done the selfie?
Expense it to Linus Media Group or something.
Okay.
I will pay for a 4XL red shirt.
Okay.
I expect to see 0 selfies with Luke from BlizzCon if they are not
Willing.
adorned in red.
Because they might be someone who like takes it far away. But no,
You
like
chase them down, you take their phone.
all right, red shirts, BlizzCon, do it up.
Jack Dev. Exactly how much damage does the depth of discharge do to a phone battery compared to the height of charge? The video you made wasn't clear. They're both bad. Depth of discharge is gonna like instantly kill it if you go too deep, but most phones should prevent you from doing that. Whereas height of charge is more like a slow burn. Legolad play well. It's notable that an American team did a very similar thing as Blitzchung soon after and faced no repercussions at all. No. Are you talking about the NBA? Because that's been a huge controversy. I forget which team it was. I don't follow.
I think he's talking about
NBA.
Hearthstone, but I know nothing about this.
An American Hearthstone team faced no repercussions at all. Yeah, that doesn't sound that surprising
This
to me.
is what I said early on. I don't know everything about the story.
Once again, Blizzard handled it wrong. Very, very bad. D minus minus. Jason says another major issue is how Tencent is involved in all the major gaming companies. Yeah.
So many.
So Tim Sweeney came out and said, well, as long as I'm in charge, Epic Games, blah, blah. Yeah, how long are you going to be in charge, Tim? Like, how many more hundreds of millions of dollars do you need? Are you really going to stick around that much longer? Also, furthermore, who was it? Riot Games has made some pretty negative headlines over this as well. Unfortunately, I haven't looked into what they've said so far, so I can't really comment on it yet.
Made a statement saying that their broadcasters and their people are not to. They effectively said what you guys said Blizzard should have said.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like-
Okay, they basically said, look, no political stuff in our broadcasts.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they've said it ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was also some issue. One of the teams in that tournament is called Hong Kong Attitude, and casters were shortening it to HKA. So they thought that was a directive from Riot, but apparently it was not.
Right.
To be fair, that's just a really long name to say a billion times during a cast.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Aragan
Telecom.
says, is Floatplane okay? Had a minor heart attack when the stream went down. We'll figure it out. Floatplane overall is fine, but the
The
streaming...
videos were streaming, people were still
working.
watching.
Yeah. Zambensky, where are all your clothes made? China. Actually, where was this?
Honduras.
Honduras.
And printed
And
in
printed
Canada.
in Canada, by the way.
But bam, bam!
Luke, what's your go-to from Tim Hortons, asks Jonah.
Hot chocolate.
Tim Hortons kind of sucks.
Tim Hortons sucks ass now.
If I do go there, it's a chili.
Yeah,
and,
it's the only edible thing left on the
and-
menu, and the bun sucks now.
And chocolate. Yes, it does. And you take all the bread out of the bun and you kind of squish it together and use that as a spoon, and then you use the hollowed out shell of the bun as a spoon. That's how you eat
The old bun was like this delightfully chewy bun, and then they went and they put this hard crust,
so dry.
dry garbage bun.
And the chili's worse now,
Like-
I think.
I don't want this.
Seems worse.
Look. I don't want this to come across anti-America or pro-fascism or whatever.
Yeah.
But ever since Tim Hortons got bought, they suck.
Downhill.
They used to make the donuts fresh in store. Tim Hortons donuts are inedible now. They're disgusting. They used to be good.
But yeah, so it would be chili and a chocolate milk.
If I have to eat at Tim Hortons, I get the chili too.
They're not owned by an American company, by the way.
I thought they were owned by
Yeah,
an
it's
American
not
They're
company.
owned by like a Brazilian
Brazilian.
investment.
Oh, Brazilian
Yeah.
investment. Well, I don't want this to come across anti-Brazilian either.
Whoever's
Whoever's mad.
It just sucks now.
It sucks now. It's been terrible ever since they got bought out.
Good input, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Glad
Someone
you
would
helped me
have. Someone would have
Let's
screamed
piss
at us
off
for
the
that.
right people.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
the-
yeah. Let's get the right information. Exactly. Perfect.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Ever since we started reading Super Chats, people have been hitting it pretty hard. We can't. We got to go.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Yeah. We'll see you next time.